This is the exacttrades.com movers report for July 18th, 2011. First, we're taking a look here at the S&P 500 Trust. We have the pre-market here. Again, we're selling down into the support level that we've been at for the last 4 or 5 sessions. We're just above this 130 support. So let's see where we open today. May have it come down into this 130 range. That's where we're going to want to watch it for a possible bounce. If we don't get any kind of strong bounce off of 130, look for a failure below 130 and be a little bit more on the short side. Coming into that 130 area, look for some good long setups. So let's take a look at the movers. First we have WebMD, WBMD. You see here sold off pre-market, come down into 37.45. We're going to be looking for people to be covering their shorts that were short on this, and for people to be buying into a little bit of value buying here. So we're going to see where this opens. If this opens anywhere between 37 and 38 range here, we're going to look to take it long over the open, and you can start small and add on the first pullback as it goes up above the high of the day. So we're going to look for a trending upward movement, higher highs and higher lows. Could get up into 42, maybe even 44 range. I think 40 is fair, so 40 might be your first area of profit, and then try to get 41 and 42. Maybe leave a small piece up into 44. Next we have WLT, Walter Energy. See how this is moving up pre-market up into 118 area, 118 to 119. Take a look at the daily chart. So we're getting a gap up into this area. Nice reversal gap off of this low. We're going to be looking to take this long. I would wait for this to open, see if you get a slight pullback. As it moves above the high of the day or the open, go ahead and take it long. Again, start with a small piece, see if it'll pull back and make a higher low. That's where you're going to add to your trade, and then we're going to look for 120 be your first target, and then possibly 121 and 122. So these are the areas. We'll take a look here at the daily for resistance. You got a little bit of resistance here at 122 and then around here at 124. So looks like we're going to open right around here. Look to go long, take a little bit of profit after a point and a half, 2 points, and then try to get into this 122 to 124 range. Next we have CHKP, Checkpoint Software. You can see here that we're moving up this morning pre-market, coming up off of the close on Friday's session about 56.60, coming into about 58 to 58.40. Take a look here at the daily chart. So 58.40, you see here the 52-week high right around 58.50. See there? Right around 58.50. We're going to look for an open pretty close to the 58.50 mark. I would take this long over 58.60. Look for a strong volume and should have a pretty strong move up. Go ahead and start to grab some long, and then I would look to add some on a pullback. Again, that gives a higher low and will hold the low of the day. So if it pulls back and breaks the low and starts to move down, possibly could be a short consideration as a short scalp. This is something that you might want to look at mostly for a long over 58.60. And this could be something that you'd keep maybe for 1 or 2 more days. Next we have EDU, New Oriental Ed and Tech Group. You can see here that we're moving up pre-market into 132 area. Take a look at the daily chart here. So we're pretty close to this 52-week high. We're going to look to short this back into the gap, so we're going to fade this back into this area. So I'm looking for this to have a weak opening. Look for it to fail down into this 131 and below 130 area. I would take this short, see where it opens. You start to have some selling. What we should have is some profit taking from the longs. We're going to sell down into probably this 129 to 128 range, and then I would leave a little bit open to try to get into 126, possibly 124. So that's ideal price targets here, but take some profit here, 129 down through 127. Next we have NWSA. Came down this morning, having a little bit of buying, but I would look for this to fail on the open, and I would take this short below 1470. Take a look here at the daily. There's that 1489, 1490 low. Had that big sell-off. Still having some bad news about the company. This consolidation and that gap lower could be pretty bearish, so I would look to short this below 1470. You could start maybe a little bit around 1480 and then add to it. You have support down here at 14, so you could get close to a point, about 70 cents, and then more support here around 13.50. So I would look to take a little bit of profit, maybe around to this 14.50 area, and then more at 14, and then leave a little bit to see if you can come into 13.50. So that's the report for today. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.